The welfare state could be defined as follows: a concept of government in which the state plays a key role in the protection and promotion of the economic and social well-being of its citizens. A welfare state is based on the principles of equality of opportunity, equitable distribution of wealth, and public responsibility for those unable to avail themselves of the minimal provisions of a good life. Under this system, the welfare of its citizens is the responsibility of the state. This definition seems a perfect situation in an ideal world, but unfortunately, the world we live in is not the same due to the fact that humans don't behave so. The problem with taxes is that because it is public money, it is contributed by all citizens, tends to be misused. It is undeniable that taxes are needed to achieve the minimum requirements. But once you give to raise taxes, where does this money go to? Well, I'll tell you. The money is spent on things that are not efficient, therefore producing a waste of money contributed by all. Taxes are not a guarantee of a good welfare state. It has been demonstrated in many cases that rises in taxes haven't got people to live better. If not the opposite, it many times has caused discontent among the population and a feeling of worse quality of life, since the citizens think the government is spending money on unnecessary things or on things that don't affect them directly. It is true that countries need a raise of a minimum of taxes to cover basic needs, such as security of the population and access to healthcare. Many people may think that if there are a lot of taxes, that would help the state spend on public services, encouraging more the public than the private. But throughout history, has become apparent that these systems end up being a disaster, as happened in the URSS and other countries. If there is a good economy based on a competitive market where price is not run by the state and there is a supply and demand, there is no need to raise taxes. The jobs available are there not by forcing the private sector. What happens with this is that you over-tighten the screws of the small and medium enterprises, causing a non-development with the consequence of bankruptcy. As we know, there are different types of taxes. There is the tax that affects directly to the rent of each person, and there is another type of tax, which is the IVA. This tax affects all the products you want to purchase. So, if the IVA rises from 7% to 21%, as in Spain happened some years ago, the suppliers are going to raise their prices due to the fact that the 21% will be allocated to the state, not to their pocket. With this increase in the IVA, will generate less people to buy because prices have risen, causing a negative effect on economy, which is not what you want. Finally, say if you have to manage the money from another person, not being your own money, you tend to spend it faster in a more inefficient way, since you think that this decision is not going to affect you. This is what happens more or less with taxes. Some of them are aimed at the minimum services, but what about the rest? It is wasted. As demonstrated in this video about the relationship between taxes and good welfare state, taxes are not a guarantee of a good welfare state.